on earth for 7 straight games.
In the lane, lefty finished by Jabari Walker from Colorado.
Job defensively once again, but if he shows off a little of his athleticism on that one, it goes a long way.
Iverson Molinar out of Mississippi State protects himself at the rim. Scottie Pippen Jr. led the SEC in scoring, almost 21 points per game in the SEC. That is not easy to do.
Right now, we're trying to get the guys to play in space. Sometimes in college, you can get a little bogged down with the big in the middle. So we try to keep the course in place so the guys can get used to that NBA style and get to the rim whenever we want to. Hey, bro. Oh, my God.
That's one thing you never lose, huh?
Yeah,
if you see the contact, you got to talk to the official.
You got to talk to him, baby. There you go. Give me something, man. Oh, my. Oh. You got to give him something.
And I love hearing that from, of course, an NBA veteran, looking at these young guys, talking about they can play. There's so many guys that have played in the past. You were one of the first floor spacers, a guy that was out there to defend and shoot threes. You didn't put the ball on the floor a lot because of who you were playing with. But now it's you. Agreed.
Come get him.
I'd love to get your thoughts on a guy who's not playing today, but who was out here yesterday, Kenny Lofton Jr.
And he's skilled,
Good, Julian, we out.
Score on the block, score from deep. Plays hard. He's just a kid that you want to have on your team because his energy and attitude is just infectious. Give me one. Ooh.
Now, Shrift, you mentioned the dates, and you mentioned June 1st, but then June 13th. What was the difference between the two of those days? Practice dummy is the wrong word, but he was the guy that was contesting my shots every time I would go to the basket and do this, that, and other. So, but that was my first workout, and they prepared me for the rest of my workouts. Because you know the reputation of.
I mean, when you're able to play and you get dropped into those situations, man, that's what happens.
The individual workouts are probably the hardest thing that the player will go through because it's all.
How do you determine the guy that's best for our future moving forward?
I think you rely on your scouts. Those are the guys who are out there doing out there 300-plus days, all the background here. You know, I think the coach's role really comes into free agency. As far as those are the players.
But it's always different when you're playing for pay. Again, when you're getting paid to play basketball, you'll do things that you may not have done as a amateur. And I've got my air quotes up saying 9. And when you think about that type of talent level, Jake LaRavia, and I'm not calling him Josh Giddey, but he's on the same stuff.
Now, he ain't Luka, but that quality where you play at your own pace, and it's usually slow, but it's angles, it's body, it's control, it's change of pace. He does that very well.
5 seconds to play here in this first half. Williams to the cup. Offensive foul. Iverson Molinar with the good D. All right, here we go. Last shot of the half. At the rim. Nice lay-in.
I feel bad because that's not one of the questions I prepped him with.
Blame Bobby.
I mean, come on.
That's that question. I think that really was the key to it, is say who's going to actually try to answer that question. But Ty, when you think about, of course, you know, so much.
I'd be in the bowling alley a whole bunch. I feel like I can be a professional bowler. So
professional. I like that.
What's your high game? What's your high game?
The highest.
The number one. I mean, my gosh, you start talking about the best player on the board. You can't. I don't think you can say, look, this is a need. We have to take a
going to college, and that didn't work. And COVID hit, so he had to reroute. He went to JUCO, and he tried his luck with the Ignite. It was just a blessing. That was kind of be to expect. And Sharif Abdul-Rahim, the president, he would call me after each game and make sure I was okay. But I want to win every game because, you know, it's coaching. But
along those same lineage.
That's the plan for sure. You know, I want to try and get back to the game as much as possible since the game's given me so much. And I think there's no better way to do that than to coach. And today it's a little more solidified and, you know, they're getting after it.
This massive opportunity.
Can you say that one more time?
How, if at all, were you able to try to help them handle some of those nerves, especially before yesterday's game? How much?
Like,
come on, y'all.
These scouts and these teams in the stands, like, they know what you guys can do. They've been watching you your entire career.
Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue.
So don't come out here.
Get back. I see you, Rob. Match up.
Position. Absolutely not. Who wants to take that kind of beating? Not me. You know, I was, you know, when mid-range was the thing to do, I can kick.
David Roddy. There's the final impression in front of scouts. Got to nail your last shot. And that'll do it. Team Ehrman, 2-0 on the week. They win.